All right, you Call of Duty fanboys. I remember when I used to be a fanboy. And that's basically dealing with titles that don't deserve the type of support it needs or supposedly trying to be. You basically try and give credit where there's no credit due. I did that with Advanced Warfare. I supported it or defended it. Yeah, I kind of like that. Something new, We wanted something futuristic. We got something futuristic that had exosuits. Unfortunately, there was some questionable things in it that I didn't get. Such as why does one level open up another part of the level and there's no reason for it. There's nothing fantastic in it. But then we saw Dr. Disrespect's video and he explained why some stages were the way they were. Apparently, content got cut. There was supposed to be more for it. So finding out there's like a volcano that was supposed to erupt or something going on, and that's the reason why that part was supposed to open. So yeah, that was pretty interesting. So afterwards, I defended Infinite Warfare. Infinite Warfare, the campaign was fantastic. Okay, I adored it. I wanted more of it. I expected a part two, and a part two never happened. To me, this was Call of Duty in space. This was the story, like the storyline. Like, I think this is the most expensive campaign they did, even today. I adored it. It's the fact multiplayer was lackluster. It didn't hit like it was supposed to. Okay, whatever they were going for, we weren't for it. It's just like some of the maps I enjoyed. It was good, such as the cafeteria. I liked being in one spot trying to see people to run by you. That was pretty hysterical. But at the same time, it just felt something was missing from the maps. And then you had those gravity parts, and it was yikes. But it felt like Call of Duty regardless. The shooting was on point and all that. The variants, the gun variants, there's too many in it. Okay, I saw what they're going for because we get tired sometimes of the ones that you just get the same weapons and then it's just a variant, different looks, skins for it, but it still kept the same attributes. So this was something different to do. One thing I do credit Infinite Warfare for, they had a Christmas event that was pretty fun. It was like 12 days of Christmas, and every day was something. If you showed up, you unlocked. I enjoyed that. But it was just lackluster. The events just wasn't fun. I mean, yikes, they dropped the ball on that. So that's all I really got to say about Infinite Warfare. But I really went down against the people who said negative things about it. I supported it. Black Ops 3, there was good reason. I supported it. It's a different feel. This is what Cold War kind of mimic almost. It felt fluid. It felt good. But when you figured out how to really do the wall runs, you were superior. Because I'm talking about you all the way on the top of the map and doing the wall runs. Yeah, people hated that because they're not trying to look all the way up to see if somebody's in the sky. And I took full advantage of it. The maps were great. I enjoyed it. The operators are great. This is the one time I enjoyed where operators are operators. Beforehand, you could create your own character, but it didn't have too many cosmetics and really no changes. It's just the fact you had a boy, a girl, and a white person, black person, Asian person. There you go. It was so basic. And I think that's the reason them catching so much heat. They was like, hey, we're just gonna have operators. But at the same time, I wish they kept where you could make your own character. I still hope for that every year to make my own character. One year they thought they were gonna put facial expressions. You could just map your own face onto it, and that didn't happen. And when they saw the results of another game that did it, and it came out horrible, I think it was a 2K that did it, and it was just disastrous. They're like, yeah, we're not gonna do that. Ghosts. I adored Ghosts. Okay, Ghosts was damn near perfect in its aspect. The maps were great. The multiplayer was great. The everything, weapons. I mean, like the perk system, the prestige system, everything was fantastic. They gave us what Black Ops couldn't, as in Black Ops 2. Black Ops 2 was supposed to have some levels where it was supposed to be environmental kills, such as lava flowing down a pathway, burning up people, and it was too many resources the council couldn't put out, and they didn't have enough time to do it, so they scrapped it. Ghost gave us those environmental kills, and boy, oh boy, it was fun. They gave us Michael Myers. We had one time Predator before I think they had to remove the Predator or whatever, and it was like in Mayan pyramids or whatever. I mean, they had some fantastic maps. Okay, they had the skyscraper where it break down, and that was like DLC at the very start of the game. They held that off for like I think a couple months, and then everybody got it. But they really outdid themselves with Ghosts. People complained about the maps, but the maps were perfect, nice, big, and it would be the last tactical game that requires strat. In fact, I think I'll take that back. I think World War II did a little bit of that, but this would be the last one with like those different parts of the stages that require different things and they work with different weapons. You could choose any weapon and be good with it. Newer ones, all you need is just a SMG with a high rate fire, and that will overpower everything else. Damn shame. But I mean, hey, Ghost to me, I adored. I think the only reason it just didn't do like everybody claimed was basically because it had last gen and new gen. This is when PS4 first came out, so they brought out new stuff onto there. And boy, I saw the difference between PS4 and PS3 versions, but it killed me that there was no backwards play for it. PS3 players should have been able to play with PS4 players, such as Xbox could do that. This was the first time where PlayStation was like, hey, let's do crossplay with Xbox. And, well, that was just a three-ring circus because finally when Xbox said, okay, PlayStation backtracked. And that wouldn't happen until much later on. But Ghost killed clans, okay? This is how my clan died. It's already, people separated from Xbox and PlayStation, but now last gen with next gen that was separated, that hurt a lot. And then on top of it, I think they took out the theater mode. I think this was the first one where they took theater mode out. I'm not too sure, don't quote me on that one, but this would be the start of things breaking. They broke that they never broke before, but everything else was fantastic in it. This had the best perk system, period. So that's Ghosts. World War II started out as almost the worst Call of Duty ever put out. But when they got new directors, it became fun. They really gave to the fans. This is where they listened to the fans, and it showed, and they recouped. And I had fun with World War II. World War II campaign wasn't that good though. That's something I had to say. I do retract what I said about all the other campaigns being better. No, I take that back. Modern Warfare 2 campaign does beat World War II's, okay? So I take that back. What was I say? Like World War II, like at first it started out bad. Once again, 3 paths, but somehow it changed that. It became fun. Whoever those directors were, getting back and to stick with them, because right now, since Modern Warfare 19, they just been doing their own thing, and this doesn't feel like a good Call of Duty. Especially when they start doing their own thing, like 19. There's a lot of negatives of 19, and that's what Modern Warfare 2 did. They took those negatives and it just over flooded even more, and so they didn't even bother to bring the good stuff of Modern Warfare 19 in. And they added more negatives to it. So I mean, like I've defended Call of Duty like with every other title, but this one I'm not. I can't. Vanguard was the first of it where I just went against the grain. I mean, I enjoyed Cold War for what it was, but the skill-based matchmaking at the start, being fooled by the gimmicks once again, on boots on the ground, and they cared more about bundles, more about Warzone, about everything else, and it showed. They had to bring back recycled maps for it to become great. Such as Zoo. Oh, I enjoyed Zoo level. Brought back in some of these other maps, but it tells you a huge story when those maps are better than your maps. And so they have that chest like design, which I just can't get with, and they killed it off with the skill based matchmaking. Ground Wars was supposed to be Ground War. Like it it's what killed their beta for me. I thought the beta was so fantastic, and then to find out those maps were only for Ground War, and there were only 3 of those. And then for the rest of the duration, they add 2 more only. We needed those big old maps that you could just send to other parts, with vehicles or just, zip lines. And that was a huge fail. The positives I wanted just wasn't there. They did brought onslaught. That was something new and unique, but they never did more with it. I always wondered what happened to those what do you call it, ghost monkeys, and they just dropped the ball. They didn't give us that. In fact, they would use the rest of the assets to be brought over for zombies for Vanguard. And Modern Warfare 19 had what? Red versus blue, but I don't know why they call it Ground Wars, and they went to say tactical is like the new Ground War, and all this is increasing players. Call of Duty has been tactical in a long time. This is the point that nobody asked for the integration, okay, where you just focused more on Warzone and everything else suffered because you took the focus away. And this is what Modern Warfare 2 looks like. I agree with everybody else's reviews. It's on point. I agree with IGN. Boy, you fanboys are crazy. 10 out of 10? You done lost your mind. Get y'all noses out of Activision's asses. I mean, it's really horrendous, okay? Because one, Activision is not going to come get you. They're not going to fly you over to hang out with your favorite rat streamers. You're not going to party with egirls. They've already got those who they want. They're not going to expand on it. So sad for y'all. But y'all really have y'all hopes and dreams. Oh, I'm gonna be this huge streamer like the rat streamers, and it's not gonna happen. Well, bill for y'all. Modern Warfare 2 point blank period. The campaign so far is a plus. I gave it a 7, a C. But it relies too much of the nostalgic feeling because it got the characters. They're using some of the story, some of the maps, but it's just not hitting. And that's because all of it falls to it being stripped. Most of the maps and stuff, the good stuff, is being held for year 2. That's when it's really going to be polished and good. The fillers they use to fill in between now is just not hitting. It's boring. The stuff I want the most is just too short and it's far too linear to enjoy. Okay, I just can't get with it. Like wet works. Okay, you went onto the water. You got 2 little boats that go there. Then you got like 4 pillars that have maybe some guards, and then you're at the end up there. And once you got rid of those 3 guards, that's it. That's the map. Minus 1 boat that you go into the boat and kill a few people, and that's it. I wanted more out of this stage, I wanted more out of the Amsterdam stage, and I mean it looked beautiful, and it was so short. I couldn't enjoy it. That's the story of it. The maps you really want to enjoy, it's too lackluster and it's boring. And when it got actually enjoyable, it was the last few missions, starting with Dark Waters, Prison Break, and the last map. And that was it. And at first, I hated the the final match, and then the boss appears out of ninja vanish and like appears out of nowhere. I don't know, man. It's just it's the negatives that build on. It's too many cut corners, just because they want to keep stuff for DLC packs 2, for campaign DLC pack 2s, and like I said, the story is good. Graphics are pretty good because it's the best you're gonna get out of last generation graphics. It's not next gen graphics. It's built off Modern Warfare 19 engine and stuff. Okay, so don't even say, oh man, the graphics look good. Get the hell out of it. It's good for the last gen. I believe we're gonna have next gen packs like we did last time with Modern Warfare 19. And what else? The beta suck. I can't stress that out. Who wants perk 3 and 4 to be another field upgrade without a field upgrade title on it? I feel the rest of the map's gonna be ass, and we don't even get the best map they really pushed for, that Moto pricks. that got hit with the copyright because it looked too much like the original, and they real strict about what you did, so they try to flag them, sue them for it, and they had to remove the map out of the beta. So if the rest of the maps are just this piss poor sad, the multiplayer is going to suffer because once again everything is for Warzone, and to find out it looks like we're going to get zombies, even though they claim we weren't going to get zombies. So that's probably why we got 8 companies on here to do this stuff with. Campaign could have been better, but a lot of it got dragged out for year 2. Multiplayer, I feel it's going to suffer. Like I said, it's just not going to be fun. It's going to be boring. The maps suck. Once again, year 2, all Modern Warfare 2 maps from in the past, you know. So once again, we got to wait a year to get that. Yikes. Warzone, I don't know how Warzone is, but Raven, they're the only company that said, hey, you complain, we heard your complaints, we need these streamers. So they're going to kiss the streamer's ass and change things around back to these loadouts people want. I liked it. It kind of felt almost like Blackout, where you had to find stuff, you know. But now I can see the rat cheaters being in their comfort zone, their rat nests being happy. They said Onslaught coming back. I don't know about Onslaught. Like, y'all didn't really fully capture what you could have with Cold War, and you turn to zombies with Vanguard. I mean, what else can you do with Onslaught, really, you know? I really want y'all to really push it, you know, for what it should been. Zombies, I don't know how y'all zombies gonna be. Treyarch, are y'all gonna put Chronicles 2 out? That's what people want. So I have no idea what these zombies gonna be about. But if it's another Onslaught zombies, oh Jesus! They claim it's gonna be round based. We're gonna find out. But if y'all focus just on Warzone and zombies, I mean, my bread and butter is multiplayer. But boy, y'all fanboys, they also want to goddamn clap Activision. Well, y'all want Activision to clap y'all cheeks. Because guess what? Infinity War don't give a damn about what the fans say. All these changes they want, they're like, we're not going to change shit for them. You just going to have to enjoy what we put out. Raven, on the other hand, oh, that's what y'all want? Okay, we're going to get there. We're going to do that. Infinity War, hey, what y'all got to say? Oh, y'all got a lot of negative stuff to say. F y'all, we ain't changing shit. But y'all fanboys, oh my god, I don't know if it's just real fanboys or these just the Call of Duty Facebook page fanboys. Y'all really kissing ass and y'all really hate these reviews. But it's the truth. It is what it is. Y'all enjoy.